Cheers to Wine About It Wednesday.
Wine About It Wednesday. Wait.
Yes, drink up. We've been stressed today, so.
Stress on top of stress. Sometimes we get a meeting that kind of jumps into our Wednesdays that we weren't planning for. And it always makes us technologically behind the eight ball in terms of getting everything put together, which is why we're starting a little bit late today.
Yeah.
So not our fault. We love you. We rushed to get here to you. This is our time. So we're here and we're enjoying
let's hear it. This is good, whatever this is.
It is crisp and fruity, a Riesling. And it is really good. So instead of talking about the wine, I'm going to drink it.
There you go. I had no idea what wine you brought either. So that was first sips that I took. That was the first time I even drank it. So, and it's good. I like that.
Are you guys enjoying your wine? I expected an answer back. That's how real each and every one of you are to me. I was like starting a convo and you were going to.
Well, I do see a couple people on right now. So comment down below. Say hey. So we know you're here.
Yeah.
All right. So today we are talking about spring trends that are going on right now.
Well, we're answering questions
about spring trends.
Yep. Because we have gotten some fantastic questions from you guys.
All right. So question number 1. I am trying to choose new glasses frames. How do I select frames that work with my season? That is important.
Well, this is kind of easy for us. But it may not be so easy for you. So remember, we talk a lot about warm and cool. If you have red or gold highlights in your hair, you're warm. If you have a complete lack of red or gold in your hair, you're cool. So this helps you pick metal frames very easily. So if you go into wherever you're purchasing your frames, or even online, you can get great frames online these days. You look. If you're warm, you look at gold, you can look at bronze, and this is for metal frames, so stay over on the warm side. And it's kind of what you love in jewelry. You know, if you're a gold girl and you got the gold earrings going on, and then, kind of think of the metal frames as your jewelry and go that way. If you're cool, like me, when I buy metal frames, I go with silver. I sometimes go with a smoky silver. They have something called titanium, and I like that a lot.
I love that on you. That's such a great color. If you're a summer, that metal right there, beautiful.
So, in terms of metals, the reason that I don't look so great in the light silver is because everything on my face just sort of looks like it's the same color when I'm in the light silver. I got my hair, I got the light silver frames, everything is just kind of, But if I get the titanium, which has a little bit of depth to it, it works a little bit better for me.
You kind of have that on your earrings. As you were talking, I kind of looked over, and you have a bit of that darker silver tone as your earrings. So that worked out really well.
Oh, thank you. I planned it. I planned it all.
I didn't wear any jewelry today. Why didn't I wear anything?
Oh, my goodness. And I wore jewelry, and I don't usually wear a lot of jewelry. How weird.
Oh, no. We're flipping places.
It's Freaky Friday.
All right, so I did see a couple comments. Lucinda, you should wear more color often. Beautiful. Oh, you're so sweet, Deborah. Linda, you both look beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, Linda.
We love doing this because we love you so much.
All right, somebody else loves your outfit today.
Thank you.
All right, so this is probably your power color. You kind of need to stick with this. All right.
Okay.
And another person, that color looks amazing on you. Okay, new power color. You have to be wearing this at all times from now on. That's when you know it's a power color. It's when everyone starts complimenting. So,
well, I didn't get finished with the frames thing, so
sorry.
No, that's okay. I want all you guys to know.
I just had to boost you up a little bit.
I'll feel great for a week until next Wednesday at 12 o'clock when I need you to say all these things over again, okay? Frames, then, a lot of people love plastic frames or, something with a lot of color. Well, how do you know what colors are great for you?
How do you know?
How do you know?
How do I know?
The color pan. As long as you're purchasing in your palette, and somewhat in your palette, you're going to do fine. Now, here, I have a personal prejudice against certain, I don't love myself in a red, berry, mauve frame. It's just not me.
I think when you bring red in around the eyes, it kind of makes you look a little bit tired. It's the same with eyeshadow.
Yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. But for example, this actually is a metal frame, but it has color in it. Now I'm going to trade this out and show you.
Oh.
my power color, apparently.
Hey, I love those.
But it's got the silver accents, and then it's got a turquoise color that I really love. And you may find it in your palette as well, because a lot of people can wear turquoise. So this is kind of how you choose. You say, well, you know, are the metals right and are the colors right? Now I'm going to show you a pair of frames that I spent a fortune on. They're Tom Fords. I don't love them. Oh, no. Sarah's like okay with them, but not my favorite. You won't see me wearing them very often. I'm sure you haven't seen them here.
I immediately see that they have some warm touches to them. So I think that's what's going on with
first of all, look at this temple. You know, this is tortoiseshell, and it is warm. And I got them because there were little silver accents here. They were Tom Ford. I was like, ooh, Tom Ford. I love Tom Ford. Okay, I'm going to get these glasses. They really turned out to be a disappointment because they didn't really work for me. They're gray, but I think they're a little too warm in terms of the gray. I think they're a little more on the taupe side. So lesson learned. Then these are the glasses I use when I drive. So these actually, they're my titanium color that I like so much. They're wooden. So I like these. You know, they're darker gray. You might be looking at this and saying, wow, they look black. Technically, they're darker gray. I like them. They're okay. They're not my favorite. My favorite are these, because this little area picks up this turquoise, which I like. There's a little bit of purple in there. All of those colors are in my palette, and I made sure that kind of worked. And something that Sarah loves to point out about shape for me, you point it out.
I love glasses that lift up. So anything with a frame that brings you up will help lift your face as well. So if you are somebody who wants that kind of instant face lift, use your glasses.
Well, let's look at a before and after. Okay, so here's me, and this is like the kind of faux cat eye, something heading in that direction. Take a look. Now look at something that is straight across.
Right. It doesn't give you that lift. It's like a little cheap.
And I notice I get kind of a little extra here. Now if you put these on, notice this kind of doesn't disappear, but it's not as noticeable.
I love those. Those are so cute. I'm looking at them on camera right now.
Hey. So anyway, the point being, if you have a question about your frames, go take the color quiz. Know your season. Check out your proper colors, because that is going to give you everything you need to know in terms of coordinating your wardrobe, because it's going to make sure that you coordinate with your jewelry. It's going to make sure that the majority of your wardrobe, which is already kind of a certain color, like for example, I like this color, I really do. I don't wear it a lot on here because I feel like we're talking about color and I don't want to clash with anybody. Or
not too long ago, both of us wore like this crazy pattern.
And I want to take a moment and apologize for that. I want to let you know that we did not plan it. If you go back and look at the other one,
it was the Going Gray video, and we both showed up with these patterned shirts that almost looked identical, but one was
she had warm flowers in her gray pattern. I had cool flowers in my gray pattern, and people actually came up to us afterwards and said, "That was horrible."
We were like, "We didn't plan it that way. We're so sorry." We both walked in, and I was already sitting at my desk that day, and she walked into the office. And I took a deep breath, and she just looks at me and goes, "Oh." And we both look down at our shirts, and we're like, okay, it won't be that bad. But then people are like, what happened that day?
The reason you don't see me in a lot of color, but now from now on, you're going to see me in a ton of color, because I like these compliments, is because I tend to go gray in these, just because. But here, this works out for me because I've got that little bit of turquoise. Now, if I'm going to wear purple, a little bit of purple, I do purple, but it's a little bit on the muted side. It would pick it up here. So think about your wardrobe, think about your season, and you'll pretty much have it done. And also, remember, we are here for you. If you are having a really tough time with your frames and you're standing in the eyeglass store, take a few selfies. Pick between a few and send them to us. Email them to us, or message them to us, and we'll help. Yeah, we'd love to give you our opinion.
If you're like stuck between a color, we got you. Also, the color fan does have the metal chip, so you will know if you're warm or cool based off the metal chip that's in the swatch fan. So if you have any questions, go on over to Color Me Beautiful, take a color quiz, find out what your season is, and then you can grab all the right colors for you and then base your eyeglasses off that.
And then you can be bold in your color choices for your eyeglasses, because I think some people kind of steer away from something other than the very basic metals because they're afraid, it might not work with their wardrobe or whatever. Girl, once you know your season, have a ball.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so question number 2. Are you ready?
Ready.
How do I replenish my makeup when everyone is so worried about COVID-19 and social distancing? Now, we have gotten this a lot lately.
Yeah, this has been like top of mind awareness is a question. And this is a serious subject. I want to point out that all of the health departments, they're saying, don't go into crowds, try to stay away from that. Online shopping is the best way to stay away from crowds. And think about if you decide to go into a cosmetic store and you're looking at these open testers, don't. I mean, just don't put them, because you're putting that stuff on your face. Now, I know with our brands, Color Me Beautiful, Lori Roberts, Adrienne Arpel, and Gail Heyman, we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you see a shade that you like and you want to try it home, it will arrive at your home. You can try it on in the privacy of your own home and the safety of your own home. And if you don't like it, send it back. And we receive it, toss it, and there aren't a lot of questions asked. There are no questions asked. It's, I didn't like the color, I don't want it, but you can try something else or whatever. But I believe this is the safest way to replenish your makeup, to continue to live your life. Do you have a viewpoint about that?
Well, of course. I absolutely go online, do your online shopping. If you have any questions, once again, email us. If you have any concerns about shades.
Yeah, and if you want to have a personal experience, get in touch. We're happy to help, because this is a tough time. This is a special time. You want to see Sarah's cat?
Well, they're about to see him.
I know.
He's curious right now.
Yes, he's a curious cat. Hello. Hello.
All right, so if you are worried about shades that if they're going to work within your season, you can email us. Also,
and
all
take
of the
the color quiz and shop the Color Boutique, because so many people have said in notes to us, I bought right off the Color Boutique and I am thrilled. I would have never thought to buy these colors. And now I can't tell you how delighted I am with these choices. So even if you were to go out and, shop and try these testers that are out there and collecting stuff, you might not try some of these that actually happen to be in your season. You might be surprised. So our recommendation to you is, until you get the all clear, better safe than sorry.
Okay, so after that being said, let's move on to the next question, which is, how bad is it to sleep in your makeup?
Oh, it's bad. And it's not necessary. I say not necessary. So let's say that you've gone out and you've spent a bunch of time and you are exhausted and you're getting home at, like, for me it's 6. I go to bed at 6. However, the cat is now in a paper bag. So I'm going to have to get you just introduce him for a minute. It's the cutest thing ever.
I don't even remember. Oh, how bad is it to really sleep in your makeup?
This one never sleeps in his makeup.
Never sleeps in his makeup, do you? No.
No. But he is kind of a pain. So this is the kitty. The kitty's name is Kit.
Yeah, Kit the cat.
Exactly. So moving on. It is terrible to sleep in your makeup, and it's not necessary. So let's say you come home, you're exhausted. You're like, oh my goodness, I really want to just go to bed. It won't kill me to sleep in my makeup tonight. You don't have to do it. It's not good for your skin. It's really not. And you don't have to do it, because there is an alternative that is quick and easy, feels good, and I want you to show it with the cat in your lap.
Oh no, he's going to jump. There's no way.
And
this is our favorite demo to do, because we want to show you how impressive our One Step, which is a cleansing water, but it's a cleanser and toner in one.
This is the answer. So if you come home late often and you really feel like, I don't want to do that, keep this on your nightstand.
That's exactly what I do.
Cotton pads. Definitely keep it with your regimen, because you may want to use it there. Some people swear by this in the morning. They don't want to go through the full regimen in the morning, so they use the One Step cleansing water in the morning and then do the full regimen at night. So it smells divine.
Absolutely.
This is actually a bottle that Sarah's using again. We just go all out and show you the brand new fresh products here.
Oh yeah, this was legit what's by my nightstand. I'll tell you, when you said keep it by your nightstand, that's exactly what I do. I have a basket that I got at Target, and I keep this
Target.
Target. I keep this.
She
right
gets
next
everything
to it.
at Target. So.
And some cotton pads and some eye cream and lip lift. I just have it in a basket right next to the bedside for those nights that I don't do a full skincare regime.
May I borrow a hand?
Yes, you may.
Awesome.
Here's my hand.
So this is one of my favorite demos because it's so powerful, and you never think about this with a product that you can use around your eyes. It's gentle around your eyes. Obviously, it's gentle enough to use on your face. But here's a ballpoint pen, and let's just say that, and if you want, I can do a bunch of scribbles, but whatever.
Hopefully you guys can see this. Let's get closer. There it is. Yeah.
So just to show you the power of this product, remember ballpoint pen is basically an oil-based thing. With it in the ballpoint pen, it's all based in oil, and then a color kind of oil. This product, with just a little bit of work, hardly any, gone is the ballpoint pen.
And that wasn't, so I can tend to get really red. So I want to show you that she wasn't scrubbing at all. It was wiping motions. You do not have to scrub. You do not have to do anything harsh. As you can see, like normally if you were to scrub my hand, here, I get really red. I don't know why. It's just my skin. Hopefully you guys, oh yeah, there you go. You start to see that redness develop, but nothing on this side. That's how light she was scrubbing.
Just lifts ballpoint pen. And now, granted, you're not going to be using ballpoint pen as any kind of a makeup thing. But
there are some heavy-duty
mascaras, some things that are kind of difficult to get off. And then even when you've used them, you might wake up with like the shadow eyes because you didn't quite get that all off. This product, it does it all. And what does this smell like to you? It's like a fresh.
Yeah, it's like a fresh, almost like if a detergent wanted to smell natural, that's what it would be.
Yeah.
Because this has a ton of vitamins. It has vitamin C, B5, A, and E in it. Oh, that's product knowledge right there.
We call it mineral water because it's got a bunch of beneficial stuff for your face. So it's not like you're just using it to take makeup off your face. You're also using it as a treatment. But this, for anyone, and especially for the people who ask this question about, is it kind of okay to sleep in your makeup? The answer is no.
Not okay.
And we have a solution for you. And you don't have to sleep in your makeup. And here's a case where, let's say that you're putting on your makeup, and I do this all the time. And you do your right hand for your right eye with your mascara. And then you go over here and you're trying to do your mascara and you shove the mascara wand like right up against your face. And you get like schmears and it looks awful. And this with a Q-tip, done, lifts.
Comes right off.
Right, so you don't have to start from scratch.
Start from scratch.
Scratch, everything. Just, this is one of those products that has to be in your arsenal.
I want to get close with the demo again. So remember, this is the hand that she wiped the ballpoint pen on, and this is the hand that I scrubbed just dry with no product on it. Look at this. So one step, no redness at all. But over here, if I were actually using some type of makeup cleanser, if you're somebody that your makeup cleanser, you have to scrub to get your makeup off, stop doing that immediately. You need something
light touch.
Absolutely, that's good for your skin, because scrubbing at your skin is not good for your skin. It causes fine lines and wrinkles.
This will make you smell good.
And look at that. That's how light you were gently. You weren't even like tugging at my skin. I was worried you weren't even like actually going to get it off.
I didn't want to. There's no need to scrub because this stuff is just miraculous. And we have some of our best clients are professional makeup artists who will not be without this product in their kits.
Absolutely.
Because, on, off, and they want something that isn't going to disturb their clients or give them, any kind of a irritation before they actually do their mastery. So, that's what you need.
Yes. One step cleansing water right there.
Yes.
So, next question, moving along. I heard you guys using lip liner as lipstick. How do you do that?
I am forever doing that. I love to do that because I am old and
mature.
There, I said it.
You're mature.
I'm mature. I'm like, well, I'm not mature because I'm kind of a goofball, So emotionally, I'm not really mature, but physically, my face is mature.
Okay.
Would you agree with that?
That's a fair description, I guess.
So, one of the problems that somebody like me might have, and I never smoked in my life, so I don't know why it came to this, but I have some few little lines coming into the corner of my mouth. Mm-hmm. And if I use certain lipsticks that might have a gloss to them, every once in a while I'll look in the mirror after a bit and I'll find them trying to reach my ears. It's like, there it goes.
Creep up those lines all the way up there.
That's just not cool. So I have found that, first of all, I know for a fact that we make the best lip liner in Color Me Beautiful, bar none, because it's creamy enough to use this way. Because sometimes if you go out and get a lip liner someplace else and you try to do what I'm about to tell you to do, it'll be pull in and it's hard to get a nice even color on your lip. But what I do is I take some of our lip liners, depending on the color I'm trying to achieve, and if it's in my season, and then I put it on my lips all around, and I make sure I shape my lips and whatever. Mm-hmm. And then inside that line, I do what I'm going to do, whether it's a gloss, whether it's a lipstick. Mm-hmm. And I found, and by the way, the lipstick has to roughly match the lip liner, because otherwise that style went out of fashion 10 years ago.
I've seen it a little bit recently, but I think I've seen it not as a trendy thing on the runways. I've seen it more as like a funny 90s, 80s vibe that's going on.
Yeah, like if you have a 90s day at high school.
Right. I feel like I've seen it, but it's not, I never was on board with the different lip liners and the lipstick colors or the dark brown lip liners.
Yeah,
and
then the light lip. Yeah, no.
I'm not.
But if you get a match in terms of lip liner and lip color, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even really have to be close. It just has to be kind of close. Mm-hmm. And use your lip liner first as a base. Our lip liners have this wonderful ability to just hold the lipstick onto your mouth and keep it from growing.
Oh, yeah.
So that's my tip.
And it's such an interesting formula because it's so creamy, but once it's on your lips, it stays there and it is matte and it's not budging. It's not going anywhere.
But it's not that matte. Sometimes if you're my age, you can wear matte lipstick all day long and still look beautiful.
Well, I know what you're about to say. It doesn't dry out your lips.
Yeah, on my lips, all of a sudden I noticed this real uneven color and color jumping into my crevices. And
that's usually like those really matte liquid lipsticks that do that with like a ton of alcohol that just dries you out.
Sometimes it's testing other people's lip liners.
Oh no.
And ours is beautifully creamy enough that you don't have to face that problem. So I suggest that you try it and go for it.
Yeah.
And I think they're on sale.
Oh, yeah, they definitely are on sale. They're at, what, $5 right now? Yeah, you need to pick those up.
Yeah.
Right now.
So try this. If you try it, you'll never stop using it that way.
All right, so next question is, I want to start wearing bolder lipstick shades for the spring, but I'm not that comfortable with bright shades.
Oh, you are the bright shade queen.
I'll let you take this. I love a bold lipstick, but today I did dull it down for this question because I wanted to be able to show you. The lipstick I am wearing today is Chili in Color Me Beautiful, which is like this warm reddish color.
Really? Mm-hmm. Because Chili is like on fire usually.
Yeah, it's usually a very bold, bright, orangey color. Now what I did though was I mixed it with Suede Rose to dull it down a little bit. So you not only can mix it with a lipstick shade to kind of diffuse. If you're someone who is a little timid of a bold, bright shade, you can apply another lipstick on top of it. I chose Suede Rose because it's a neutral, but it can also warm up a lipstick. So that's what I'm wearing right now. And then I also blotted it down. So I just took a tissue and blotted my lips, and it kind of sheared out the color a bit. So if you're looking right now, it's a mixture of two shades.
Want to get close?
Oh, yeah. Let me get in your face real quick. So we're talking two different shades, Chili and Suede Rose, mixed together. And then I blotted it down so it's more just a hint of a color or the shade. It's not so much that bold contrasting color that I love.
So you can work your way up to the really bold, or you can, it's sort of like a volume control. So you can work your way up or you can bring it back a little bit.
So if you are somebody like, if you're an autumn like me and you're trying to work your way up to wearing Chili as this bold, bright color, right? At first, apply your chili lipstick, and then I just want you to blot it down a little bit. So it's just more of like a just kissed lip color. And then next time, apply a little bit more with it, blot a little bit, but leave some of that bold color in there, and then just work your way up. That's kind of how I got started. I worked my way up to it.
And now she's like the bold lipstick queen, and everybody at the office or whatever kind of defers to Sarah because her signature is the bold lip.
I do love a bright, bold lipstick. I think for me, I think it makes you look younger, it makes you look more vivid, and there's so many studies out there talking about the power of a bold lipstick. Not only do you look more confident to other people, you feel more confident, people see you as more powerful. That was another study we read. So there's so much to wearing a bold lip that you wouldn't even think about, but in other people's minds, and you trying to just be a complete boss.
And not to keep bringing it around to this, but every season has a bold lip color. So Sarah's bold lip would make me look like I had lost my mind and when I stepped out the door. But there are bold lip colors in my seasonal boutique that I can choose that will have the same level of boldness for me as a summer as her colors have for her as an autumn. And the same is true of winters and the same is true of springs.
So if you're looking for your seasonal boutique, you can go on to Color Me Beautiful, and then you'll see in the menu, you'll see seasons, and then hover over it, and there's a drop down of all 4 seasons. You can click on it. There's eyeshadows, blushes, lipsticks, everything in your season is right there for you. So easy to use. And
experiment. If for some reason something doesn't work out for you, 30 days. Call us.
Yeah.
Boom. Try something else.
Absolutely. So moving on to our last question. I know we've been talking forever. Oh, we are like even past the 30-minute mark. I'm so sorry, guys. But we will make this last one fast. So last one. I've heard you guys talk about the skin correction body cream. Will that get rid of the bumps on the back of my arm?
Yes. It's coming up.
Skin. I cannot wait to
short sleeves, sleeveless tops.
I am so excited for spring coming up. I mean, and then summer's coming. And of course, we start shortening our skirts and shortening our sleeves. Yeah.
I don't shorten my skirt.
Bathing suits? That's about as short as you can get. But what I don't, there are a few things that I am very self-conscious about. It is the back of my arms. I have the Keratosis Pilaris, so you have like tiny bumps on the back of your arms that are a bit coarse. They're hard. They're
crusty looking, maybe.
Well, geez.
I don't want. I'm sorry.
Well, if that's
you can hardly see them.
Well, I am very self-conscious about that, and also I have strawberry skin on my legs, which means my pores are a bit like they're a bright red. Some people have darker pores. Some people have lighter pores. So if your pores are an uneven skin tone,
when you're fair, and this kind of only happens to fair-skinned people, you might have this strawberry.
So it's just my pores are darker on my legs and the skin on my legs kind of, so it looks like I have blotchy pores all over. Skin correction body treatment cream helps with that. And also back of the arms, give it 2 days.
Which is miraculous. For people who've suffered with this, I think you suffered with it for years.
Yeah, I never knew the solution. You always think with something like that, the solution is to scrub it off, which is the worst thing you can do for it. It makes it 10 times worse, and it does not help one bit. The only thing that solves it is to moisturize and to exfoliate, but you have to exfoliate chemically. You can't exfoliate mechanically.
Yeah,
right. So a mechanical exfoliation would be an actual scrub, something that's scrubbing the back of your arms. Your
loofah.
Right, you're getting rough. You're using beads in products. Don't use that. You need to use a chemical exfoliator. So in our skin correction body treatment cream.
What is the chemical exfoliator?
We use AHAs in our skin correction body treatment cream.
Stacked AHAs.
Oh yeah,
multiple.
Absolutely, it's jam packed with AHAs. So, I mean, and the fragrance, you know, that.
I think I've told you this, but I'll tell the story again because we're short of time, and whatever I can do to make us last longer. This fragrance, it's custom made at a fragrance house in Paris, and so we couldn't get it for a long time, and we were going to go out of stock, and so we said, you know what, we'll match it almost exactly. We can do that here. Let's just do that here. And we did. And everybody was like, Yo, yeah, this is it. This is it. I think this is it. This is close. This is very, very close. Our customers went crazy. People buy this by the sixes sometimes or more. Yeah. They were sending back 6 jars of this saying, this is not right. My husband recognized the smell. He loves it when I smell this way, and it is not right. He doesn't like my smell.
Yeah, we had some angry customers and
furious.
We then had to re-engineer the fragrance. So,
well, we had to go back to the Paris house.
Right, and they had to recreate the fragrance. They no longer had...
They discontinued it.
They no longer had the fragrance. So we said, do whatever it takes to get this fragrance back to us.
Doesn't matter what it costs. We don't care.
Get it back.
Get us this fragrance. And they had to build it from scratch because sometimes fragrance is magic. And it just resonates with people. And this fragrance is one of those where... You know, and I'm speaking to you out there. There's certain people, Patsy, I know you're one of them, who can't live without this scent.
And also, you can't live without it because you're going to get your Keratosis Pilaris is going to come back. Your strawberry skin, you're not going to know how to get rid of it.
Sandal weather, ladies. You are going to like pop into sandals pretty soon, and you can go out to a pedicure place and get your toenails painted, but nothing will make your whole foot look youthful. And that's really what it does better than this product.
It's pretty much like a chemical peel without your skin peeling off. I mean, have you ever seen somebody who's gotten a chemical peel on their face and for like 4 or 5 days they have to stay inside because their skin is just peeling
red and
you get the results in the same amount of time. But you're not only are you peeling like with a chemical peel, it's
you never notice, you're never irritated, you just get more gorgeous.
Right. If you're doing a chemical peel on your face, you're not getting that moisture that comes along with it. So all you're doing is you're peeling this dry, dead skin.
And you better tell them the partner for the face too. Because
yes. If you are looking, so I'm talking about the body cream, but we also have it for the face because everyone loved it so much and they needed it for their face as well. So we have the Skin Correction Complex, which is for the face, and the Skin Correction Body Treatment Cream, which is for your body. And
perfect hair. It's like the Batman and Robin of skincare. What were you going to say?
No, I cannot live without either of these products. These 2 products are my absolute favorites. I remember the first time I used the Skin Correction Complex, I walked into the office and you and Claire were in the office together. I walked in and they both said, your skin is glowing today. What did you do? And I said, I used the Skin Correction Complex last night. And ever since then, I use the Skin Correction Complex.
Yeah, because there's nothing like somebody else's opinion of you to make an impact on what you're doing in terms of your looks. And that there's nothing more important than having people recognize that you're looking terrific after a week or, a few days on this product. And it will show. It shows.
Absolutely. I was just thinking we should make a duo collection for everyone.
Oh, yeah. Yes, absolutely. And I was going to tell you a funny story. We will jump on that. But the funny story is we were out of stock, when we had this fragrance debacle. And we were out of stock for a while. And the employees started fighting. There were a few jars that were like sitting around that were standard.
So we have you are actually a culprit of this, of stockpiling. I know before we recently moved, and when I was helping clean out some of the drawers, I found like 6 in your drawer behind you, in the desk behind you. She was stockpiling like 6. Meanwhile, our CFO at least had 3 in her office.
But everybody else was running around going, I need to get one of these. Our chairman of the board had to go without because we were stockpiling these products.
This is a serious product. This is one of those things. I remember when it first came back in stock, we had somebody order 15 of them. 15 when it came back in. So this is serious business when it comes to the skin correction line, the face and the body. It is the absolute
This is the Beanie Baby of skincare.
Liquid gold. Cream gold.
White gold. White gold.
Ooh, fancy. But yes, if you need something that will treat it, really, it's skincare for the body. If you are somebody who doesn't treat your body right by exfoliating and hydrating every single day.
Who does? Think about this. exfoliating your whole body. Okay, I'm going to set aside a couple hours and I am going to scrub every inch, and I'm going to have to get somebody to come over and do my back and do the back of my leg.
Well,
no.
I do it every day with the skin correction body treatment. So
yeah. So
and you will become addicted, because it's not with like certain skin ailments like keratosis pilaris and strawberry skin. It comes back. It will come back no matter what. If you're not using the cream, it comes back. So.
And we are going way over time. But for those of you who are diabetic, we have a couple of diabetics in our office, and this is so fantastic. If you notice, if you go out in the marketplace, they keep making heavier and heavier creams for diabetics who tend to get very dry. But what happens with those heavier and heavier creams if you don't take care of what's underneath? They don't go in. So you keep needing more, and it's not really doing what you need to do. So the woman that really kind of opened my eyes to all this in the office, who's a diabetic, said, this is the only thing I will use, because it exfoliates all the bad stuff off, so the good stuff can go in and keep me moist and not dry. And it's light, so you're not having to put on all this greasy, heavier and heavier and heavier creams. So try it. If this is a challenge for you, try it. If you don't like it, send it back.
And recently, dry hands, because we know you've been washing them for 20 seconds or 40 seconds. I know it's 2 happy birthdays. I sing happy birthday twice. That's how I know how long you have to wash your hands. But my hands have been getting really dry right here. I'm
getting splitting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I started putting lip lift on my fingers.
Oh, I use the skin correction body. I mean, I don't have any issues right now because I applied today. So I don't.
That's a cream,
Yeah, you don't really see my dryness right now. But I think 2 days ago is when I noticed my hands started to get dry. And so I applied it yesterday and today. So, I mean, I don't really have.
But for me, it's hand sanitizer. I don't love water. Water on my hands is like,
oh, goodness.
I don't love it. So for me, I have to do it. It's a necessity, but as for going in and washing my hands like every 30 minutes or something, no. I'm going to have to use my hand sanitizer and then cream up.
Bring this question full circle. Skin correction body treatment cream.
Yes.
If you are not using that product right now, you have to go try it. You will love it.
This was a top fragrance house in Paris. A top fragrance house. And just because they discontinued one fragrance and they gave us a different fragrance, our whole business went haywire. And they had to give us that fragrance again. So I believe that there is a magical component in that fragrance. This is my personal belief, y'all. I am not advocating this to you guys. I'm just saying, I think it's magic.
There's something in it. There's some quality, something about the fragrance that triggers something in your mind.
And your men.
Yeah, there's something about it. I don't know what it is. Honestly, purchase it, smell it, and tell us what is wrong, like what there is in the fragrance, because there is something about the fragrance that
magic.
People, seriously, we have fights in the office over skin correction treatment cream.
We actually had a woman, and she's a very famous woman who uses this product, and she told us that she works in a high-rise, and that the men always compliment her on this scent when she's in the elevator. And she was one of the people who were complaining rabidly, about the fragrance. And she said that her men didn't compliment her anymore.
Oh, no. Yep. There's something about the fragrance.
And speak up. Those of you who use it out there, you tell us, because it is just the mystery, one of the mysteries of the earth, world. Yes.
So now that we've been going on for like an hour, so sorry, we will finally finish Wine About It Wednesday. And cheers to everyone out there.
Go get your go to the color quiz, get your colors all straightened out. And if you have any questions at all, write us. We'll help. We love it. We love to hear from you.
Yep. So we'll see you next Wednesday.
Cheers.
Thank you for being here.